Welcome viewers to another live stream from Time to Go. In this live stream we're going to have a quick look at getting power on your motorbike via USB. If you have a mobile phone or you have any items that use a USB connection such as chargers or anything like that, it's always handy to have on your bike a little way of charging up. Not all bikes have USBs, so I've got a little solution here for you. Now, I have the solution here. This is, I bought 2 of these this week, and I've used these before. I've got this on the NT 1100 as well, the back of my bike, even though I've got USBs on the bike itself. So we're going to open this up and see what it is, basically. Let's have a look. So here is the item here. And I'm just going to do something here. 1 second. I'll just paste the link in the comments if anybody wants to join in. So here is the thing I've bought. It's from Car Power Technology, and you can get these off eBay and Amazon and things like that. And we're going to open this up. I'm going to see what's inside. And as I say, they're easy to install. You can use them with any voltage from 12 to 24 volts, which is quite handy. If you've got a wagon or a lorry, which is 24 volts, I believe, you can use these on them as well. So what it basically is it's a power supply. It's a 3 amp power supply, and this will supply 3 amps total across 2 USB ports, which are these here. And this box of electronics here, a little circuit board in there. It's got 2 connections, 2 little tabs there where you can bolt it down either side. But I find it better if you just stick it on with a bit of double-sided tape onto your bike. So if you get one of these, stick it under your seat. And if you have the 2 leads here, hello, Joey, good to see you, Stephen. If you stick this under your seat, I'm just going through a little device I use for getting USB onto my bikes. And this is a USB power supply, basically, where you can put this supply on your bike. You put 12 or 24 volts onto these 2 cables here, positive, negative. You hide this somewhere on your bike, the power supply. And on my CB125F, I've actually put one of these on them just this week because I need to charge my phone up when I'm out and about on it. So it's very, very handy. Hello, XDB Rider. Nice to see you. I think I saw you one of your videos recently where you had a little bit of a dodgy moment, but you saved it quite well. You did a good job on that. So yeah, if you've got any use for this, try one of these out. They're available on Amazon, eBay, and things like that. Just put power on there. And what I'll probably do is I'll put a video out of how to put these on your bike and where I fit it on my CB125. As I say, 3 amps over 2. So you can use 2 amps on one, 2 amps on one of these, or you can use 3 amps, 1/2 on each, if you put them on together. So it's a handy thing to have that. So I just thought I'd let everybody know that you can try them out. So, and I'm also trying a new way to do the stream. These streams, normally you can't use 2 cameras on the normally you can't use 2 cameras on the StreamYards, but if you can see here, I've got 2 cameras working on StreamYards because I need to do it for upcoming YouTube stream I'm going to be doing, but I need to have another camera shown. And the way I found to do it is, you can see here, I have this is my main camera, and this is the other camera that I have. And what I've done, I've created a if you look at it, there's a thing on StreamYards where if you go to the bottom, you can present, and you can present things such as a PDF document, pictures, videos, and it also has an option to pick a camera, but you can only use that camera if you use the paid version, but I haven't got the paid version. So what I've done, I've presented a window, and in that window I have my other camera. So I don't like paying for things. I just try and do it cheap as possible. That's me. So I just thought I'd let you know how to do that. If anybody uses StreamYards. Good evening, Brian. Nice to see you here. I'm just going through some little things I found to put on my bike, which is a USB power supply. If you ever want to put on your bike, just put power on there, power onto that, and you get your two USB power outs to your wherever you want to put them. Yeah, I was just saying that on StreamYards, I know you use StreamYards, Brian, and I don't know whether you use two cameras at once on it, but I've found a way that you can have multiple cameras with no extra cost. Basically, what I'm doing, I'm linking I've got my OBS running in the background, and I've got the OBS as opened up as a wide image on the screen, full screen, and all I'm doing is using the present. I'm presenting that window on StreamYards. I don't know whether you've ever come across that at all. Have you at all? It's one way of getting two cameras. If I show you here, if I go onto this one here, you can see now I've got the other camera running there, and I've also got the other one down there running as well. And this is just a link to another camera, so it's quite a handy thing to do, I think. And also, if anybody wants to join in, just click on the link on the top. Quite welcome to click on there and come onto the stream if you wish, if you feel a bit brave and don't mind people seeing you, or if you're shy, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I've been out and about this week, been very, very busy, and I've been up north, and I went to a place called I went to Newcastle, and on the way back I understand, so let me get this up on the screen. So I understand I saw others use the same kind of thing. I struggle with camera one. Yeah, I struggle as well, don't you worry about that. Yeah, I'm probably a lot worse than you are, 100%. So yeah, it's quite difficult. I find it quite difficult here. It's more difficult for me doing this than it is doing a live stream where you've got only the chat on the side. It's a lot more difficult. But I've been out and about this week. I've been quite busy, and I've been catching up on things. I've been out and about. Went to Newcastle, come back from Newcastle, but come back a different way. Somebody recommended to go down I think it's the 286 or something. It's a road. Did I get the number of it? I forgot the name of the road now. But anyway, it came to a place called it's called Devil's Bridge. I don't know if you've heard of Devil's Bridge. There's a place called Devil's Bridge on this road. It's a very nice road. I'm going to put a video out of the road that I went on. But I went up from Scott's Corner, turned right at Scott's Corner up the A66, down to Brough, through Kirby Stevens, if you know Kirby Stevens at all. And when you get to Kirby Stevens, if you've ever been there, it's as you're exiting Kirby Stevens, you go across a bridge, and then you go under a railway crossing. And if instead of going straight forward where you go down to the M6, you turn left, it takes you right through into the Yorkshire Dales. And I forget the name of the road, but I have to think of what it is. That's exactly right, yeah. I'm trying to do more live streams, but it's, well, thank you for that. Now I've got A little bit of a mention here to say as well. I might as well do that now while Jerry's here as well. Let me just put me next week. It's on the 9th of June. Jerry's Flat Cap Cafe Racer has kindly agreed to come and have a chat on the channel, and I really do appreciate that, Jerry. I'm looking forward to that, and that's going to be next week, all being well, of course. And I'm going to make sure I don't miss that stream. Don't worry, it will be here, and it will 100% go ahead, as long as Jerry's still okay for it. I hope he is. Yeah, the Yorkshire Dales, I think we've got some of the really, really best roads that you can ride on. At least a bit lower down than Scotland. I've seen your rides as you go up to Scotland, Brian, and they're really, really nice, but it takes so long to get there. Like, it's 300 miles to get to Newcastle. I went straight up there on the M6, not the M6, the M25, the M1, A1M, and it's the most boring road you could ever want to be on to get up there. But once you're there, it's on the way back. I spent about a day just riding back, and the only problem is there was it wasn't a problem, but the road had a load of gypsies on it. There was gypsies everywhere around that area. What's the message come to the last 1 minute? Watch a message to come on at least, then it's a kind of planned. Yes, I agree. Yeah, no, it's nice. So yeah, where I was on that. Yes, yeah, the road I came back on when I went to the Devil's Bridge, there was a lot of gypsies on there and people riding horses and all that sort of stuff. So I had to be a bit careful going around the bends and things. Yeah, we'll have no problem understanding you, Jerry. No problem at all. Your English is perfect. Your accent is good enough for me to understand, so I'm sure everybody else will. And I see you've got the 79 days till you're going to go racing on the salt flats, I believe. So that'll be something interesting. I'd love to find out a bit more about that and see how you're getting on with that, because there's a lot more planning in that sort of thing than what a lot of people probably understand, I reckon. Some people probably think it's a matter of just taking the motorbike, going there and racing down the track, but there's a lot more to it, and you don't realise it until you actually see what people actually do. So that should be interesting. Now, I've got another little thing which is not related to motorbikes at all, and I had a couple of watches which I had to. Let's have a look. Somebody's got some at Devil Bridge. Been to Devil's Bridge a few times. A lovely ride out. Yeah, it's a lovely place. There was a load of bikes there. The place was full of motorbikes, so it's quite a popular place for motorbikes to go. The only problem is there was two like vans there. One was an ice cream van, and one was like a drinks van. And I was after a drink or an ice cream or something, but it was later in the day when I got there, and they'd all sold out. The ice cream van was shut, and the other place wasn't serving, which they could have made a fortune there. They just probably didn't have enough stock, I think, to keep it going. So yeah, I went to Southport as well, and I've seen the XDV rider. He rides out to Southport. He lives in that sort of area, and yeah, it's XDV rider. He rides around Southport and that as well. I guess he's been there. I watched his videos a lot, and he was out at Southport not long back, and that's where I used to live, around about that area, Ormskirk, Southport. And I enjoyed watching that video. So well done on that one. Good evening, Dylan. Nice to see you. How's the NT 1100 going? Hope it's all still in good nick and going well. As mine is. I've just been on a big run, about 800 miles, for about 700 to 800 miles this weekend, and it never missed a beat going there, coming back. Beautiful bike. And what I have noticed on the bike, when I had it fully loaded, I had the panniers on, top box on. I had about 10 kilos in each of the panniers, And the top box had the coating and things. And when I was riding back, 'cause it was late when I rode back, it was about 11, 12 o'clock when I got home, I noticed that the lights on the bike were pointing right up into the sky, basically. So I looked on the bike today to find out if there's any way to adjust it. And if you look inside where the forks go down on the fairing, just to the right hand side, there's a little like a square knob on the right hand side, left hand side, and that's for adjusting the lights, the headlamp aim. So I need to adjust that aim with a bit more load on it, because it's just massively wrongly adjusted. I don't know have you found anything like that on your NT at all, or have you found a way to get around it? And Brian, when you're going on your trips, when you fully load your motorbikes up, do you have to adjust the aim of your headlights at all? Wow. Because yeah, that's pretty good. Because the headlight aim, there's no simple way of adjusting it. It's actually hidden underneath, inside the fairing. You can't hardly get to it. So I'm going to make a tool, so I can just put a tool in and turn it however many times I want when I'm loaded up or not loaded up. I think that's the only way of doing it, but it'd be nice to have like an automatic adjustment on it, where you can actually flick a switch up and down to adjust the aim of the headlights. But there's none on the NT as far as I know. It's all manual. But what can you do? It's all part of riding motorbikes, I suppose. I think if I set it up with it fully loaded, it should be okay. When it's not fully loaded, it just point down a little bit more. Wow. So your motorbikes do that automatically then? They automatically adjust the aim if you put more load on the back? That's very, very clever. Yeah, they should have that on the NT. And you've done 30,000 miles, but you do a lot of traveling on that bike. You know, I've seen a lot of your journeys, and most of it's probably all going down the motorways to where you want to go, I guess. Well, a lot of it is anyway. And I know you're going through a few tyres at the moment. You're saying about 5,000 miles per tyre, which is a lot. But so Dylan's saying that he's yet to load it fully. He's been riding it solo, mostly without panniers. Yeah. Well, I like to have the panniers on because as I go to work and things, I put the panniers on to keep all my gear in. And I use them. I go shopping on that bike and everything as well. I use it for everything, really. Wow. Well, that's it must be electronic suspension or something, or it must be linked. I guess there's suspension on bikes, front and rear. The ones on the NT 1100 aren't linked in any way. They're just standard forks, front and back. So I haven't got the luxury of that, Brian, but I have to twiddle the knobs every now and then to make it work. Well, I'm going to try it. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to try it. And if it works, then I'll let people know that's the way of adjusting it. But they're just not really in the right place. They're in there, and you can't get your hand on the knobs to turn them fully because it's in a recess, and you can only turn it like a quarter of a turn at a time, which is not really good. Not for me anyway. But I think if I set them so they're on the fully loaded position all the time, it'll just mean they'll aim low most of the time, but they'll aim right when there's a load on the back. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, they should have that on all bikes, really, I think, because if you put a passenger on the back, for instance, you don't really want to be adjusting your lights every time somebody jumps on the back and jumps off the back. It's just not good, is it? Try raising rear suspension. Well, I can put a bit more, I can adjust the suspension on the back to give it a bit more low, shall I say, a bit more stronger so it doesn't go down as much. That might be worth trying, actually, Brian. Yeah, thanks for that. I might try that, because what I'll do, I can load the bags up fully, the panniers and the top box, and I can put them on and off in the garage and see exactly how far the aim changes. So that's a really good suggestion, and that's something I will definitely try. because the adjustment on the suspension on the NT is done by, there's like a control knob. You can actually just turn it right or left, and it increases the loading on it or decreases it as you need to, which is brilliant. So yeah, it's been a busy week, and I'm glad to be back to work next week. Actually, I've been off for a few days, and I've actually got to go back to work tomorrow, which is not good. But you got to pay the bills, haven't you, at the end of the day? Yeah. So Brian's saying, he's saying you need to look into the sag of your bike with you on it. Set the bike up properly, all helps. Well, I'll try that. So are you saying that the best way to do it would be to probably sit on the bike when with no load on it, and measure the lights aim in front of you and how far it goes down, and then do that with the full load on it as well. Repeat it twice, basically. I'm no expert in anything like that, but so Dylan's saying, I hope that the NT may get a version of the Africa Twins electronic suspension in the future model update. Well, that would be really good, yeah. But it's not on it at the moment. But and I wouldn't be selling my motorbike to buy a new one. I've got to find a solution to it for now. And my solution will be, I'm going to make some adapters to go onto them adjusters, so they're easy to adjust. Say 4 turns to the right or 4 turns to the left or something like that, so you can adjust it. So that'd be and these things probably don't cost a lot for motorbike manufacturers to put them on. Probably doesn't cost them a lot to do it. So I don't know why they don't do it, charge a little bit more to make it a bit more convenient for people, really. So where are we? Now, I had another little last week. It's got nothing to do with motorbikes at all, but I was just going to mention it. I had a couple of watches, and I went to a watch shop. I shall do that. I shall have a look at that and make sure that I find how to do that, because it's worth doing on my bike. I don't know whether how far out mine is or whatever, but it is worth checking it. I will find a YouTube channel for that, a video for that, and then I might make a little video on how to do that. Actually, once I find out how to do it, it might be interesting for other people. And I don't suppose you've got a video on your channel for how to do that, I guess, that I might have missed somewhere down the line. There must be somebody with a video of how to do that, I would say. But I will track one down. It'd be great. So yeah, I'm not going to make this stream too long. It's just a quick stream to check out my second camera, which it appears to be working. I can see it here. It all works. And also I've got a way now to bring up pictures and also PDF documents as well, because I want to be able to, during a stream, I want to be able to bring a picture up or a document up and show it on the screen the same time as what I've got this other picture on the screen on. So I'm going to try that. A few more experiments on that. And one question I have for Brian, actually, when you're doing the StreamYards, I notice when you start the StreamYards up, your guests are already there and they don't come on afterwards, if you know what I mean. Can you start StreamYards up and have the guests arrive, say, a minute or two earlier, and then go live with the guests already there? Or how do you get around doing that? Just for curiosity. If you know, let me know. It would be great. It'd be a help, that, because it helps me out doing something I want to do. But so has anybody got any rides planned out anywhere in the future? Any big rides? I know that Alex from the Adventures of Blair Review, he's going to Europe shortly. It's not long before he's going there, and I know he was doing a test ride he went out for a couple of hours or so on his bike, just to make sure that everything was okay with it and everything. Just make sure he's up to doing a long ride. It was like a test ride before he went. So I'm looking forward to them videos coming along, because they're going to be quite interesting, I think. He does some really good videos, does Alex. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. Let me see, what else have we got? So I've got another little thing to just go through briefly. Now, I said before, nothing to do with motorbikes, but let me have a look at this. Once you set it up live, you can copy the link and have them in the green room before you go live. So am I right in saying that you copy the link, you send the link or something in an email or something, and they can join that before you go live, basically? So you don't have to be live to be in the green room at the bottom, if you know what I mean. I think I know what you mean, and I might give that a go or test it out one way or another. I'll give it a go. Perfect. Thank you for that. Yeah, brilliant. It's always good to know people who know what they're doing, because it helps a lot, and it makes other people learn quicker, basically. And it's good that people help other people out. Brilliant. I was looking at the Flat Cap Racers channel a while ago, well, a couple of days ago, and he was obviously one of his motorbikes which he sold. I think it was I'm not sure, it was the if you there can help me out, that's right, it was the he sold one of his motorbikes. That come to me in a minute, and this guy who bought the bike wanted to sell it again, and Jerry helped him to get the bike sold after he'd sold it and everything else. And it's brilliant to find that people look after, to do that sort of thing after somebody's sold your bike and help you out afterwards. It proves that they care about the bike so much, and there's not many people around who would do that sort of thing. I don't think so. I've never known anybody to do that sort of thing. Yeah, it's a 2009 Thruxton. Yeah, I've got a bad memory for bikes and things like that. Sorry, Jerry. But yeah, for somebody to do something like that, it's very, very special, I think. You know, you look after your bike, you're thinking about your bikes, your person, and people and everything. And so fantastic. And okay, once they have a link they can get on the stream 10 minutes before, just to let you know. Brilliant. Thank you very much for that, Brian. Appreciate that. That's brilliant. So yeah, as Jerry was saying, he was selling his 2009 Thruxton, or he sold it to a guy, and he helped this guy out after he'd actually sold it, to help him out to sell it, because he needed the money or something. Yeah, it's so good that people do that. Send me an email. I'll send you a video of what I set it up. That would be brilliant. Now, wait, I don't know your email, Brian. Is it on the on your channel? I presume it's on your channel page, isn't it? I presume. I'll click on the main page. It's normally on there, I believe. Very good of you, my friend. Perfect. Perfect. I shall sort that out. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to having a chat with Jerry next week, and I hope there'll be a few people coming along to the channel to have a chat as well, because he'll be live here, and it's not easy with the time difference between Ohio and here as well. It's very nice of him to physically do it, so I really do appreciate that, Jerry, and I'm looking forward to it a lot. And we'll get some I've got a lot of questions to ask for sure, and I've got a load of things that people will find interesting, I'm sure. So I am just find my banners here. So I'm going to put this banner up here. So I'm going to, this stream probably going for another 10 minutes. Now I've got to catch up and get to work in the morning, so it's going to have to be an early night for me. Well, sort of an early night. I get up around about 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work. So pleasure, hopefully. No, I appreciate that. Really, really is good. And I can't wait to have that that stream, which is next week. I'm looking forward to it. And Brian says he's going to share it on his channel pages. So that's something really, really helpful, I think, for other people who don't know or haven't been learning the things, such as myself. I've only been doing this for a short period of time. It's nice to learn from people who know what they're doing and have done it before. And I think videos that show people how to do things, such as how to wire things up on your motorbike, how to make things on your bike and stuff like that, to me, I like doing videos like that because it helps people out. And I have a top box which I'm going to repair shortly, and I'm going to design and 3D print the modification for that. And I know it's not related to motorbikes, but I'm going to post the videos of the design and the making and repair of the top box. Now the top box is, if you buy a new one, it's £600, and I bought a new one to replace the one that's on the bike because it got damaged when it fell over. And thanks for that XTV rider, I appreciate that. When it fell over, it broke the top box. The top box still works, but one of the hinges is broken. But I'm going to 3D print a hinge for it and repair the box, even though I bought a new one which hasn't arrived yet. But so if anybody's interested in seeing how that's physically done, from drawing the CAD drawing to draw the part out, the 3D printing to fitting it to repair the top box, have a look. Be interesting. So yeah, I'm going to close the stream in about 5 minutes now. So if anybody has any questions or something, just give us a shout. And I want to thank everybody who's been on the channel today. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you want to check out the midweek mumble from Peaky Biker, that's Brian. They're always very interesting, and I watch them every week. Unfortunately, this week I couldn't watch it because I wasn't there, but I did watch it afterwards, and some very interesting things came out on there regarding cameras and things. And also you've got, I think somebody was playing about with your camera as well. We now know who that was as well. I hope there's going to be some sort of, how can I say it? You'll have to equalize it by doing something else back, I guess, to make it a bit more interesting, I thought. So I'm wondering what you've got up your sleeve to get your own back on them, actually. So that's what I would probably do. I'll find something else. Yes, I know. I try to keep. Well, this week I've been in a bit of a turmoil with one thing and another. I've had to go places and work and stuff like that. So it's a bit of a difficult thing to do currently, but I've got to try your best, I suppose. That's what I have to do, mate. Just jump on, chuck your channel out there. That's exactly right. Yeah. The live streams for me are the most awkward part of it. I used to do live streams with just a chat on the side and describing things and stuff and everything, but with other people on there, it's a bit more difficult. For me anyway, because I'm not that. Some people have a natural ability and others don't. And I'm one of the ones that has to work hard at it. So it's always, but I try my best, and that's all I can do at the end of the day. So, yeah, I think I am, first of all, I'm going to make sure that I mention everybody on the channel, because last week I missed a couple of people off. So I'm going to do that before I go any further. And the first person I'm going to mention, because I've forgotten last time, is Jerry from the Flat Cap Cafe Racer. Thank you for coming along today. Really do appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to the stream next week. So thank you for that. So thank you for coming along, Jerry. And also thank you to XDV Rider for being here. And Brian, the Peaky, I keep forgetting the Peaky Biker. And we've also had Dylan. And let me find Dylan has been here this evening. Thank you for coming along. Appreciate it. And who else have we had? No, I don't want to miss anybody off this week at all. But I'm looking through the list just to see if there's anybody I have missed. I think that's all the people here. And I just want to mention, hope Nige is doing all right with his arm, because he had a problem with his arm. And also, I think it was, who was it that had a broken hip? Brian will probably help me out on there, because I have a really, really bad memory. I think somebody came off and did the hip in and things, but hopefully he's okay and he's recovering. So I think I've mentioned everybody. I'm going to close the stream there. Thank you all very much for coming. Yes, that was the one. Yeah. Now I'm going to mention that. Yeah, Ishimoto. Now Ishimoto has had, I think, a bit of a fall on the bike or something or other, and he's done his pelvis in and things like that. So I wish him a speedy recovery, which I'm sure he will get back on his bike. He goes on some, he does a bit more hardcore type stuff, I think. Yeah, it wasn't good, I know, but and the thing is that what I've noticed as well, it's probably not relevant to Ishimoto, I guess, but oh, hello. Oh, Alex, you got there just in time. You did. You just made it. Yeah, I just mentioned the fact that you're going on your Europe tour soon, and I'm looking forward to the videos for that, Alex. So it'd be nice to see them all when they come through, because your videos, I always like watching your videos as well, all the Friday ones and everything else, but they're brilliant. I think we've all had busy days and weeks, and what it is the weather. The weather now is getting good, and what's happening, I think people want more time just to go out and do the rides and be out somewhere rather than sitting in front of the computer on the live stream and stuff. But it's very difficult for me to do that. What's this all about here? I've been missing what's going on here. Oh yes, you've got your disc ready to be filled. Yeah, that's soon to be filled up with all the videos that you're going to be taking there, and it'll be very interesting to see. So yeah, if anybody's not subscribed to any of the channels here, such as the Peaky Biker, the Ventures of Blair Review, and also the Flat Cap Cafe Racer, XTV Rider is a really good channel. I like that one. It reminds me of when I used to ride all the small bikes around. I really love it. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to wish you all a good night. Thank you very much for everybody for coming along, and also you, Alex. I appreciate that. And I will see you all in the next stream, hopefully, which will be the 9th. I'm just going to put this up on here before I go. Let me just do this. Is it this one? Yeah, the next stream will be on the 9th of June, 8 o'clock. And we're having a guest here, which is Jerry from the Flat Cap Racer. He's come to have a chat. So if you want to come along and have a chat, it'd be really appreciated. It's going to be an interesting one, and one that I'm really looking forward to. So we will catch you then. So there's my comments. So yes, I'm going to leave it there. Have a good evening, everybody, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for coming.